The bell above the door rang softly. It was the kind of sound most people never notice. But on that quiet Tuesday afternoon, in a nearly empty diner on the edge of a forgotten highway, that bell would quietly mark the beginning of a story no one there would ever forget. Taylor Swift stepped inside. No bodyguards, no glam squad, no entourage. Just a baseball cap pulled low, oversized sunglasses, and a hoodie that looked like it had seen better days. She wasn't trying to make a statement. She was trying to disappear. The diner was called Ruthie's Place. It sat between a closed gas station and an abandoned motel with broken windows. The kind of town people passed through, not the kind they stayed in. Taylor had been on a long drive. She'd taken a wrong turn. The GPS had lost signal miles back. Her phone battery was dying. She just wanted coffee, and maybe a grilled cheese. Inside, only 3 people were there. An elderly man stirring cold soup, a trucker flipping through his phone, and a young waitress behind the counter, arms crossed, eyes tired. Her name tag read Emily. Emily had worked a double shift. Her feet hurt. Her manager had called in sick. The cook was late, and rent was due in 3 days. So when the doorbell rang, Emily barely looked up. "Seat yourself," she said flatly. Taylor slid into a booth by the window. She took off her sunglasses for just a second. Emily glanced over, and for a brief moment, their eyes met. Emily frowned, not in recognition, in suspicion. She walked over slowly. "You here to film something?" Emily asked. Taylor blinked. "I am sorry. We get people sometimes," Emily said. "Prank channels, fake charity videos, YouTubers looking for reactions. They come in, mess with us, then disappear." Taylor shook her head gently. "No, I'm just here to eat." Emily looked her up and down. The hoodie, the designer sneakers, the subtle, expensive watch. Something didn't add up. "This isn't a tourist town," Emily said. "So what brings you here?" Taylor hesitated. The truth felt dangerous, so she chose a smaller truth. "I needed a break from driving," she said, "and I needed coffee." Emily crossed her arms tighter. "Uh-huh." Then she said the words that would echo in Taylor's mind for a long time. "Look, we don't serve people who are here to make fun of us." The diner went quiet. The trucker looked up. The elderly man paused his spoon midair. Taylor felt something twist in her chest. "I would never," Taylor started, but Emily had already turned away. "Menu's on the table," she said. "If you're serious, I'll be back." She walked off, but she didn't come back. 5 minutes passed, then 10. Taylor watched Emily serve the trucker, refill his coffee, laugh politely. She watched Emily clear the elderly man's plate, ask if he wanted pie. Taylor raised her hand slightly. Nothing. Another 5 minutes. People had walked past her booth 3 times. No coffee, no water, no menu taken, nothing. For the first time in years, Taylor Swift was invisible. And strangely, it hurt more than any headline ever had. She stood up, walked to the counter. "Excuse me," Taylor said quietly. Emily didn't even turn around. "We're busy," Emily said. "There's only 3 tables," Taylor replied gently. That's when Emily turned, and her face hardened. "I said we're busy." The trucker shifted uncomfortably. The cook peeked out from the kitchen. The tension was thick. Taylor could have said it. 3 words. "I am Taylor Swift." Everything would change, but she didn't. Instead, she asked a different question. "Did I do something wrong?" Emily hesitated. Just for a second. Emily sighed. "You look like someone who doesn't belong here," she said. "And people who don't belong here usually come to stare, or laugh, or make content, or treat this place like a joke." Taylor listened, really listened. "My dad built this diner," Emily continued, her voice quieter now. "It used to be packed. Then the highway moved. Then the factory closed. Then my mom got sick. Now it's just me trying to keep the lights on." Taylor swallowed. "So yeah," Emily said, "when someone walks in wearing shoes that cost more than my car payment, I get defensive." The room went still. Taylor looked down at her shoes, then back up. "I'm sorry," Taylor said softly. "I didn't mean to make you feel that way." Emily scoffed. "People like you never mean to, but it happens anyway." That word, people like you. Emily had no idea how true and how wrong she was. Taylor sat back down. Emily finally came over. "Fine," she said. "What do you want?" "Coffee," Taylor said. and a grilled cheese. Emily wrote it down. No esmite, no small talk. When the food came, Taylor ate quietly. She left a big tip, not flashy, just generous. Emily saw it and froze. She picked up the check, looked at the number, then at Taylor, then back at the check. Her eyebrows furrowed. Is this a mistake? Emily asked. No, Taylor said. That's for you. Emily shook her head. People don't tip like that here. Taylor smiled faintly. Maybe they should. Emily went around the card. The machine beeped. She looked at the name. Her face went pale. She looked again, then a third time. Her hands started shaking. She walked back to the booth slowly, very slowly. Miss, Emily whispered. Are you? Taylor met her eyes and nodded, just once. I thought you were lying, Emily said, barely able to breathe. I thought people were messing with me. I wasn't, Taylor said gently. I treated you like... Emily stopped herself. Tears filled her eyes. I treated you terribly. Taylor shook her head. You treated me like a stranger. And today, that's what I was. Emily covered her mouth. I'm so sorry, she whispered. I had no idea. Taylor leaned forward. And that's why this matters, she said quietly. Emily expected anger, a complaint, a social media post, a bad review that would destroy what little business they had left. But Taylor didn't do any of that. Instead, Taylor asked a question. How much would it cost to fix your sign outside? Emily blinked. What? The flickering one, Taylor said. How much to fix it? I don't know. A few thousand, maybe. Taylor nodded. And a grill? The one that breaks every week. Emily stared. And your mom's medical bills? Taylor added gently. Emily's breath caught. Taylor pulled out her phone. She didn't film. She didn't announce. She didn't post. She just made a call. 2 weeks later, Ruthie's place had a new sign, a working grill, a fresh coat of paint. A local paper ran a small story. Not about Taylor Swift. About a diner that refused to close. About a waitress who learned not to judge. About a woman who walked in as a stranger and left as a blessing. Emily never forgot that day. Not because she met a celebrity, but because she learned something deeper. You never know who someone is. And more importantly, you never know what they're carrying. Some people think kindness comes from recognition, that it only matters when you know who someone is. But the truth is, the real test of who we are is how we treat people when we think they're nobody. Because sometimes, the person in the hoodie, with tired eyes, just looking for coffee, is changing your life without ever asking for credit. If this story made you think twice about how we treat strangers, take a moment to like this video. It helps these stories reach more people who need them. And if you believe small moments of kindness can change lives in ways we never see, subscribe for more true feeling stories that remind us how powerful, simple human connection can be. Share this with someone who needs a reminder that you never truly know the story behind the person sitting across from you.